Hey guys, welcome to the second last lesson, 8C, find angles with the cosine law. Now, in the last worksheet, I did not include an example where you might have to rearrange. For example, using the cosine law, c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta. If I'm not mistaken, all the questions I gave you on that worksheet had these two values filled in, right? No, sorry, not filled in, but the unknown was always on this side. All you had to do was solve. You didn't have to rearrange anything. So I didn't give you an example where I gave you an answer for C, but maybe your unknown was one of the sides. Well, if your unknown was one of the sides, you would have to do a lot of rearranging to solve for it, okay? But that just involves algebra skills. So for example, let's say your unknown was an A, then you would need to rearrange to find what A is. That's actually a very similar idea to what we'll be doing today in terms of finding the missing angles. So, our job is to find out what theta is. We need to find this angle. Now, here is the pair we're working with, right? So, if I rewrite that, it would be 8 squared, will equal to 8 squared will equal to 10 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 10 times 9. Okay, so 8 squared equals 10 squared plus 9 squared, the other two sides, minus 2 10 times 9 cos of our angle, which is the angle we don't know. Okay, so now I just gotta rearrange it. So then, if I move everything to the other side, so I'll have 8 squared minus, well, it's a 10 squared, right? So minus 10 squared, it's positive, minus 9 squared will equal to negative 2 times 10 times 9 times cos theta. Times cos theta. Now I just got to divide, I have to find out what cos theta is, right? So I just need to divide all of this by negative 2 times 10 times 9, negative 2 times 10 times 9. Then I would get cos theta will equal to whatever all this equals out to. So let's type that in. So 8 squared minus 10 squared minus 9 squared equals to negative 173 over negative 2 times 10 times 9, negative 180. Okay? So it just means that theta will then equal to the inverse cos of negative 173 divided by negative 180, which will equal to, so let me just type this in, oops, cos of 173 divided by 180 equals to 16 degrees. So then theta will equal to 16 degrees. Okay? So I'll do another example over here. I might just have to erase all this because I took up more space than I should have. Okay? So it's the same thing. You're just using the cosine law by rearranging for what cos theta is. Okay? I wonder if I can make the eraser a little bigger. No, it doesn't look like it. That's okay. I'm just going to erase that, erase that. Almost there. I'm sure there's a more efficient way of doing this, but I've already started. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the second question. Okay, now I'm going to look at pairs with the sides, okay? So I'm going to look at that, and that's the only pair I have, right? So, which means that, again, thinking back to the cosine law, I'm going to have 12 squared on this side equals 2, and then the missing angle on the other side, so cos of theta. So I'm hoping that I could just fill in the rest and that it will stay red. 13 squared on the other two sides, so 13 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 13 times 10. Okay, so now our job is to isolate for whatever cos theta is. So by doing so, I'm going to have 12 squared, and then I need to move this to the other side, move this to the other side to get negative 13 squared minus 10 squared. That will equal to negative 2 times 13 times 10 times cos of theta. And we're almost there, so we're just going to divide both sides by divide by negative 2 times 13. And yes, of course, I could solve this first, so I'm only working with one number. But the reason I'm showing you this is to just show you where all the numbers are going. Okay, so that will cancel out. Okay, which means I'm going to type all this in into my calculator, see what I get. 12 squared minus 13 squared minus, 13 squared minus 10 squared. So this will equal to minus 125 over negative 2 times 13 is negative 26. So negative 260 is equal to cos theta. And now I could do inverse cos to both sides. But I think you get the idea that cos inverse would just cancel with that. So cos inverse of negative 125 over negative 260. So then theta is equal to negative 125 divided by negative 260, 61.2. Therefore, the angle is 61.2 degrees. Okay, so this is just a matter of rearranging it to solve for theta. Okay, awesome. All right, see you during the next lesson.